First of all, we want to thank you guys for joining us today and for your continued support in promoting TouchCon. We really appreciate your partnership with us, and we hope to do more business with you. For today's agenda, we want to educate all of you on what's new here at TouchCon. We're going to start by introducing PressLink, our closed-loop solution, and then we're going to spend some time on our new marketing materials and our new sales incentives that we have available for you. I'm going to hand it off to Bob, and he's going to go through the PressLink process with you. Take it away, Bob.
Thanks, Chelsea. TouchCon USA's ongoing effort to help our partners offer their customers the tools required to meet the challenges of decreasing prices, increasing costs, and customers who demand higher quality resulted in our development of TouchCon's PressLink presetting closed-loop color automation solution. There are two main components of the PressLink system: digital ink presetting and closed-loop automation. With digital ink presetting, it automatically presets the ink fountains on the press to optimal ink levels based on the pre-pressed data file used to create the plates for printing. For closed-loop automation, this automatically adjusts the ink fountains during the press run based on scan measurements taken by the TouchCon Spectra Drive scanner. So the question is, what does this do for me? Why do I want PressLink, or what's the advantage? Well, one very obvious one is that with the automation and speed in which you can get up to sellable color quickly, you're shortening make-ready substantially. You're eliminating 50% of ink and paper waste. Shorter make-ready time translates to more jobs printed per day, increased production. And for those very specific and particular customers, reduce your costs of remakes by identifying and quickly resolving problems during production, which will meet the demands of your most demanding customers. So let's break it down into a few nuts and bolts here. So the pre-press sends the SIP3 file, and this can be any of the industry standard formats, whether it's 1-bit TIFF, SIP3, 4, JDF, and it sends it to the TouchCon SIP3 converter. What the converter does is it evaluates that file and calculates the optimal ink coverage needed to adjust the ink fountains on press right out of the gate. At the same time, it generates an on-screen proof so the press operator can actually look at the file and see exactly what is being printed or what should be being printed. So once the converter sends the file to the TouchCon Digital Ink Preset software, what it's doing is it's communicating very specific ink fountain adjustments to the press console via the TouchCon press interface. It then adjusts the ink fountains based on what it receives before the press even starts, which gets you 85% of the way to providing accurate color and density, again, even before the press starts. So basically, you've started the press, you're printing, you're flooding the ink wells, and the first thing that you want to do after the first 50 to 100 pages is you want to actually go ahead and have the press operator do a pull. Press operator does a pull. Using the Spectra drive, he scans the color bar, and the PressLink color control software displays the measured density, color, and relevant G7 information for all the different ink zones or ink keys. It will denote when it's in tolerance or out of tolerance, and gives the press operator a very good idea of where they are in the production process and how accurate they are. So after they evaluate the measurement data that's displayed on screen, they can submit the new settings to the press, and all the ink fountains automatically adjust to the new settings based on that scan from the Spectra drive, which will maintain the accurate color and density throughout the press run. At any time, should the press operator want to override or do any specific settings outside of the system, they can do that. The system is very versatile. But thinking about all the keys adjusting all at one time without having to go and do the individual keys, the time savings is incredible. At this point, what I'm going to do is hand this over to Devin, who is going to review the different components for PressLink as well as the pricing. Go ahead, Devin.
Thank you, Bob. First of all, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Devin Abramowitz. I am the new sales manager here at TouchGone. So any sales-related questions or needs, do not hesitate at all to reach out to me. What I'm going to do now is review the PressLink pricing and configuration. As you all know, there are many different configurations, many different manufacturers and brands of presses on the market. Because of that, each closed-loop sale you make can have a different configuration. The main components you need to build a closed-loop system are on the screen right now. You need our SpectroDrive scanner. You need the press interface. This is the piece that will be different depending on the manufacturer of the press we're working with. There are two software packages, the ink presetting and closed-loop software, and then the installation and training. We also have up there on the screen our extended warranty. All of our products come with an extended 2-year warranty. That is not an additional price or anything that has to be added on. Once you bundle all of these components together, you should come up with a price somewhere in between $50,000 to $55,000, which brings us in about $20,000 less than our competition. That's how you build a PressLink system. Now Chelsea is going to review the marketing materials.
Great, thanks, Devin. A new component of our materials is a virtual demo, and I'm going to bring you to that real quick. We have that available on our website and through simplebooklet.com. As you can see here, it's a step-by-step guide to ink presetting and closed-loop color control. We encourage you guys to incorporate this into your own company website and send your customers to view it. It's very easy to share this presentation. Right up here, there's a share button. You're going to be prompted with different sharing options. And with the click of a button, you can email it, print it, or embed the presentation into your own site. We also have a new landing page just for PressLink. I'm going to take you to that on our website. Now, as you'll see right here, it's a good go-to guide for you to send your customers to. It's a very simple overview of our system. As the guys explained earlier, having a closed-loop system will reduce your make-ready time, decrease ink and paper waste, increase production, which results in more jobs per shift, and maintain consistent print results throughout the press run. At the bottom of the page, we even have the virtual demo embedded here, right here again, for you to reference and send your customers to. Feel free to bookmark this page because it serves as a great reference guide. We've also created an Excel ROI calculator. We know that when considering whether to purchase a presetting closed-loop system, companies are trying to figure out the value and true return on the investment. We've plugged in numbers right here based on industry averages, but feel free to use your own numbers to figure out the ROI. And now I'm going to hand it back to Devin, and he's going to dive into some of our PressLink success stories.
Thank you, Chelsea. We had 3 successful installs in June. 2 were on Heidelberg presses, and 1 was on an Akiyama. When we first started talking to these customers, the initial pain points were very different. One needed better consistency throughout the press run. One had an antiquated process that no longer met their customers' needs, and the other had a competitive scanning device that they were not happy with. But the bottom line is that while some of these conversations started for different reasons, all 3 customers faced the same challenges. They wanted to reduce their make-ready time and waste while increasing their productivity and quality. And I think that's a common theme you'll find with all closed-loop prospects. Now, here are a few reasons why you, as salespeople, should sell the closed-loop system. There's a high demand for the product right now. It's the most talked about solution in the printing industry. We're fielding requests on a daily basis. So I would say strike while the iron's hot. As Chelsea mentioned, the customer will realize the full return on investment within 6 months and should double their investment in the first year. Results like that are hard to come by. As we discussed earlier, we're approximately $20,000 less than our competition, so you have a nice price advantage right off the bat. And we are willing to work with you to help with direct mail and email campaigns. And then what I think is the biggest benefit to you is that we at TeshCon take care of the delivery, installation, training, and ongoing support. So basically that means you can sell it, walk away, and let us handle all the dirty work. The last point I mentioned, I said was probably the best thing about selling closed loop, but I guess I have to take that back because this promotion and incentive that we're running is probably the best thing about the closed loop system. So basically, from now through the end of the year, December 31st, any rep who sells 2 PressLink premiums will receive a $2,500 Amex gift card, and that's on top of the commission that you'll already be making. For each additional sale you'll make, you'll earn another $1,500 Amex card. Please note there are a couple of stipulations. They must be separate sales. It can be to the same customer, but it must be 2 separate orders. And there are a couple other notes on the bottom of the screen that you might notice. So how's that sound for a great promotion?
Sounds good to me.
Great.
And finally, I'd like to talk about some general reasons to choose TeshCon over the competition. From a recent survey, we found that 9 out of 10 customers prefer TeshCon over the competition. Our customers literally never send their products back or ask for a refund, as you can see by our 100% customer satisfaction rate. Our devices have twice the speed, twice the reliability, twice the accuracy, twice the functions, and it's 2 times easier to use than the competition. We are constantly adding to our product line to bring the latest technologies to our customers and to our resellers, as evidenced by the PressLink closed-loop system. And we also offer a standard 2-year warranty on all of our products. That comes with unlimited service, free loaner program, free software and firmware upgrades, and all the repairs and recertifications are done on-site at our Danvers, Massachusetts office. That is the best customer service warranty package in the industry.
So that about wraps up our presentation. So now we're going to open up the floor for some questions. Please use the control panel at the top of your screen and type in your questions, and we will answer them as they come in. Well, looks like we have one question right here. It says, does this system support G7?
Yes, I can answer that one. I mentioned earlier, it does support G7 fully. It basically will measure, and it will show you your quarter, mid, three-quarter tone measurements of your gray balance, and it will even come back with suggested ink density changes for to hit your neutrals via the G7 specification.
There's another question here. It says, is it possible to sell just presetting, or do I have to sell the whole system?
That's the nice thing about this system. It's very modular. If you want to purchase just presetting, you can purchase presetting. Or if you want to just purchase closed loop, you can purchase closed loop. It does not have to be sold both at once. They can be sold individually.
How much money is this going to save my customer?
Well, what I would suggest I'll let Devin answer. I would suggest we do is actually sit down and punch in the actual numbers your customers are using. We did a very quick. Chelsea went over that ROI in the presentation that showed that within 6 months or less you're getting your ROI. But we lowballed that. I mean, for press costs at $250 an hour, my experience has been that it's more like $500 an hour. So we would be more than happy to supply you with the spreadsheet that we use and also walk you through the process.
Great. Oh, here's another question. It says, could we do a trade-in with the competitor's closed-loop solutions?
We do offer rebates for competitive devices. So, not necessarily the software pieces, but if there was a competitive scanner we would definitely offer a rebate for that. It depends on the device, the age, that sort of thing, and that's something we can work with you on as well to get those numbers to the customer.
Yeah, we're getting another one that asks, is this only for the SpectroDrive? And actually, no, it can also support our SpectroJet, which is our manual hand scanner. So this PressLink supports both the SpectroDrive instrument as well as the SpectroJet.
There's another one here. It says, how will I know if this will work for my customer?
Well, it'll be pretty clear. I mean, one thing, let's think about, first of all, make ready. If you're spending, and I'll just say an hour on make ready, and all of a sudden, and let's just say, I'll say I'm lowballing 500 sheets. If your make ready time goes down, say, to 30 minutes, and the amount of consumables that you're using goes down to 250 for 500, that's a metric that will very clearly demonstrate to you that is this working or not working. And the other part of this is being able to report to the customer that you're using this type of quality control system, as well as the reports it will generate to show and demonstrate to the customer how well that press run performed. I think it will be very, very easy to see the benefit. Another question that has come in is, could we use this in a web offset or only works in a sheet fed? Well, the beauty of the answer is you can use it in both. I can also point out that the SpectroDrive is ideally suited for a web environment, mainly because we can measure the color bar anywhere on the press signature. So I know with web, it's basically one big long piece of paper on rolls, and the nice thing is it's a pass-through track, so we can adjust and measure that color bar anywhere on the web. So the answer is it does support web, and even adds some definite advantages over alternative scanners that are out there because we can measure that color bar anywhere.
And there's another one that says, will we get an email with all the support documentation that you just went over? You can send that along.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We can make this presentation available to you, the guide, as well as, definitely give us a call if you have customers that you would like us to speak with. We're more than happy to do that, and we can also do online demonstrations or even, specific to various situations. If you need a visit to this customer, we can arrange that to do an on-site installation. So this is all about working with you as the reseller. Okay, are there any other questions from anybody? Statements?
All right.
Well, if there's no more questions, we want to thank you guys for joining us today. Oh.
No, one more just came through.
Okay. So one of the questions we're getting is printing models which can be connected. So basically we get this question a lot is, well, what presses are supported? And pretty much, and I'm going to say pretty much because there are presses out there that just cannot be supported. Well, if they're manual ink keys, that's one. But virtually all of the commercially available presses are supportable. What we typically do is we have a process that very quickly pre-qualifies that there are no issues in supporting them. But when it comes to any of the normal KVAs, Saccharides, Kamoris, Heidelbergs, all the commercially available presses out there, I have not come across one yet that we cannot support. And we can wait another couple of minutes. I know sometimes it takes...
Yeah, maybe think of some questions.
Exactly.
So we had a new question. I have an opportunity with a customer now who has a newer
CD74
with no scanner. I need to get pricing and details very soon.
we can supply that very easily. Actually, why don't you, and we can see who this is, we can reach out and talk, and we can come up with a quote specific to the CD74, no problem. So basically, we're getting another one is in the GOS M600 that are included with TouchCon devices. Could we install their software? And the question is, if I understand the question correctly, yes. I mean, the nice thing about this is not being installed. The software is not being installed in the console. What it's doing is it's being installed on a computer that is outside the console that then communicates to the console. So virtually that PC, it's all in how it can interface to the console, which makes it very easy. So I would have to look and see if the GOS M600 is supported. I can do that very quickly, and I can also answer this after I do that offline. Thank you. How soon for the recording links? Well, I'll let Chelsea answer that.
I can probably get everything out to everyone, I'd say, tomorrow.
And we recommend, if you can send out these recordings to your reps and everything like that, so they, everyone gets a chance to see the incentives and the different information, marketing materials, that sort of thing.
Yeah, be sure to check out those marketing materials and embed those presentations on your website.
All right, we'll give it another minute here just to see if any other questions come through.
Marketing materials, send links to? Yes, of course. I'll send you all of the marketing materials. You're welcome. All right, well, if there are no more questions, we want to thank all you guys for joining us today. But if you do think of any questions in the meantime that were not answered, just feel free to contact any of us here. And thanks again, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Good luck and good selling, everyone. We hope to be sending out a lot of gift cards in December to help everyone with their holiday shopping.
Thanks, guys.